My cat Cloud taught me more about money than any textbook ever did. And I didn't learn it when he was alive, I learned it when he was passing away. A lot of people think that money lessons come from investments, budgets, and retirement accounts. Sometimes they come from the moments where you realize, if I didn't have this, I wouldn't have a choice. I never had pets growing up. My family didn't really understand animals as companions. A dog was a guard dog, not a friend. When I started dating my now wife, I got my first pet, a cat named Cloud. He was gray, beautiful Russian domestic blue mix, and we rescued him after a friend told us that his litter was in danger. One of his siblings got eaten by a coyote. We drove hours to pick him up. I combed every flea out of his fur, and for the first time, I had to take care of something that was mine. Not my parents, not my brothers, this was mine. If I didn't take care of him well, he would suffer, and that responsibility hit different. About 2 years in, Cloud started losing a lot of weight. We couldn't really figure out what was going on. We did scans, checkups, specialists, different diets and food. It all added up really fast, hundreds if not thousands of dollars, even with insurance. And I realized just a few years earlier, I wouldn't have been able to afford any of this. I might have had to give him up or worse, but I could afford it. We got him IVs, saline solution, hydration treatments for the last 6 or 7 months of his life. He was scared, but he still always wanted to cuddle with us, always wanted to be next to us. When he got really bad, my wife looked at me and asked, should we take him to the ER? I could see it in her eyes. She grew up in a household that the family couldn't afford to make those kind of decisions, and she was bracing for me to say no. I told her we could do it, and I meant it. I think that moment changed something between us because she felt safe. Not because I had a lot of money, but because we had planned for it. We had options. Cloud passed away, and the bills were thousands of dollars for just that visit, and I'd paid again without hesitation. Because that's what money's for. Not just stuff, not just retirement. It's for the moments when life puts something in front of you and you get to say yes instead of being forced to say no. If we ever have kids, I want to make those decisions again and again. I want a plan so I never have to look at my wife or my children and say, we can't do this. Not because I want to spoil them, but because I want that to be a choice that we make together, not one that life forces on us. If my story resonates with you about money, I think you're in the right place.